I'm going to make y'all co-hosts so y'all can help me let people in too. So hang on.
You're giving us authority too.
No, stop. I meant to make you a co-host. Cancel what I just did. Let's see.
You sound pretty good at Bethany.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Where's Ethany? All right, guys. We're going to start. We're going to start in just a minute. We're getting some technical stuff out of the way. So, Ethany, you need to make me the host again, so I can then make you the co-host. I actually evidently made you the host and not the co-host. So make me the host, and then I'll make you the co-host. Sorry, guys. Welcome to the call. We're getting our act together, and the recording, we'll trim all this out. So hold on just 1 second.
I don't see that as an option.
Okay. We'll just have to make it work. Okay, guys. So we think we're working and everything is rocking and rolling. Let me see. Okay, here I got it. All right. Okay, welcome to our call today. Sorry for the difficulties. This will be the official starting moment. Ethany and Christy and I are excited to have you. But here's the deal. This is like not your normal power hour. We're going to put you to work a little bit. But we actually think this is the best use of 1 hour that you could possibly spend right now, this time of year. Because don't you always get excited about getting ready for the new year? And then all of a sudden, it feels like Thanksgiving and Christmas happen, and then you don't get the details to unfold your plan until New Year's Eve, and it feels like it's too late. So we have been busy bees, or I've been a busy beaver. They've been busy bees. I've been a busy beaver getting ready for this. And Hope's helping, and Ethany and Christy are just so sweet to share this with us. So I thought I would kick it off and let Ethany share with you just a little bit about the history of this and how we got here. So Ethany is an amazing national marketing director from Michigan. She has wonderful kiddos. And Ethany, I'll let you kick it off.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us be a part of this Power Hour today. I am so excited to share with you a little bit about what we have coming for January. So this all started at conference. I was so excited about our new product, and I came home and I was like, we have got to get this word out there. And I had a conversation with Gina Gura at conference, and she said that the most successful people in the company were doing systems. So I said, how can we incorporate a system with our new amazing product? And that's how the Gut Glow Up was born. And we really wanted to focus on building community and education, because we know that our business is rooted in relationships, in building relationships, fostering those. And it's not only about selling product. We want to educate people on why they need the product, why it's going to work in their bodies, and that really creates customer retention and longevity. So what we decided to do is a 30-day gut glow up that just flooded them with really like amazing information. And we had people that were eager to join us from across the company, amazing people who all joined, and they all shared from their area of expertise and their knowledge, and they blessed us for an entire month with really incredible education. And what ended up happening from that is we had excitement, momentum that was happening in our gut glow up. Other people were doing resets for the gut as well. We had partners that had been just kind of not really engaged that were re-engaging and excited again about what we were doing in our company. We had new customers joining us before. They were joining us during it and after. So we had a consistent growth in our teams and in our customer bases. And I really think that we all left with like this new excitement and new belief in our products and our company and in our mission. So Christy came to me and was like, I love that so much. The education, the community, everything that's amazing about what we do. And so she wanted to do it again in January. And so we started talking, and we wanted to do a more wide range health and wellness reset. So let's think like, yes, rooted in the Shred 10 and the Reset, and really overall health and wellness. So we decided that January 5th through February 3rd, we were going to start a new group called the Wellness Reset. And our focus of this, again, is to create community, connection. We all know how incredible our community is and all the people in it, but not everybody that we talk to gets to experience that. And it's hard when you have like a one-time event to really get to experience how incredible this is. So they get 30 days of community. And also building those relationships with one another and others within our community. It also encourages action because they have to take action to either join the group or to order their product to get on board. And of course, it brings value because we are educating. This is like the best education you can possibly get on our health and on products. So we're really creating this wow factor that gets people excited to be a part of this. And the intention is that we get so excited about this that people go and they get other people to be excited about it and join us as well. And we see this as being something that we can do quarterly to really get people re-engaged and take steps to better health. Travis has talked about really the fact that we want to be proactive about our health, and that's exactly what this group is going to do. It's going to educate them so that they can take the next step in their health, whatever that looks like. So this is for everyone. It doesn't matter your age, your stage of life, what you're up to. It's something, the topics are going to meet everybody, and also people at all stages of their health journey. And I think that's why it's really important that they don't have to buy a product to be a part of this group. We just want them to come and join us and learn. And we all know that through the education that they're going to receive, that they're probably going to become customers or partners along the way. So what this looks like is we've got Shred 10 guidelines or reset guidelines that we are going to follow, but this is not an all or nothing. This is not something where we're seeking perfection. It is truly taking the next step and helping identify those things with each of those people, with what they can do and really focus on that month. We're going to have live education with different topics. These topics will get you excited, and Christy's going to go over some of them, and you're going to start thinking about people who you can invite. And what the point of these topics is to really create curiosity and attract people to this amazing group. We're going to have live demos for recipes. We're going to have live health tips. I think there's like 60 to 70 lives that are going to be happening over the course of the 30 days from people across our company that are incredible. I'm excited to be able to learn from all of them. And then we're going to sprinkle in health journeys that not only talk about the amazing products and how they were catalysts, but maybe some of the other things that people did to achieve better health. So we are really, really excited about this. On our call on Tuesday, we heard stop selling and start serving. This is an opportunity to serve the people around us. And we want to really be able to create the largest health community in the world. We want to be a name brand for that as Juice Plus. Like, we don't want them to think about like our incredible products. We want to be like, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of this community. And that's exactly what this group is going to do. So today you guys are going to learn so much more of the tools, and we're going to help you start getting the ball rolling in terms of thinking of people that you can invite. You're going to have everything that you need. Everything's been created. All you have to do is plug in and join us, be a part of it.
Thank you, Anthony. That was awesome. I'm so excited. You got me excited again, but you all have no idea how just encouraging it's been to talk to all these amazing healthcare professionals, moms, fitness professionals, amazing chefs in the kitchen, people that are at all stages of life that are stepping up to pour into whoever you put in this group. Christy and Anthony and I, we've been calling, and everybody has said, yes, they're excited about sharing their little expertise, but also them benefiting off the others. So I feel like we're equipping each other. I mean, if it's selfish just for me and me to be able to do this with people I love and care about, for all of us together, I think we're going to be better equipped to kick off the new year than ever. So Anthony was laughing at Christy and I yesterday's because Christy and I think we both, the joke I said was, well, yes, Anthony, we've been talking all day on Voxer, but we probably could both talk paint off the wall. And so Anthony just was working on all this stuff. She's beautiful with the graphics. She's amazing. And Christy's going to dive in now. And Christy, I'm just going to let you share for a minute. And then when you're ready for the slides, I'll jump in and let you have your slide beside you. Let me know when you're ready. You're muted, I think.
Great when you're not muted.
Yeah.
But thank you. All right, so I am super excited because honestly, because this is a tool, this event is a tool for our business to really meet people where they're at. Whatever that looks like. You're gonna have people that are all ready to be in that full, the reset, full all in. And then, like Anthony said, we're going to have different people. So what I'm going to do is help you a little bit let's put some action to it, because we can talk all about it, which we need everybody to know what's going on and all the things. But at the same time, we need to get the ball rolling, right? We need to get thinking about who this would be perfect for. And honestly, I think it could be perfect for anybody. So you're going to be the person that's marketing to all these different people, whether it's that partner that's disengaged, whether it's that person that you've just started having some conversations, just started getting to know at Bible study or whatever, right? So you're going to be the one to take the tools and use it. So what we're going to do is if you guys can get a piece of paper, or if you're a person that likes to put it on your phone and your notes, we are going to come up with a list. We're going to start it now. And we're just going to jump in here. And so we're going to go through different categories because we're going to kind of go over the topics. Okay. So we're going to start with these different topics. I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes, and then I want you to write as many people as you can think of. You can use your Facebook, you can use your texting to look through if you want. Do what you need to do. But this is meant to help you jog your memory of what are different people that we want to invite. Okay. So we're going to start with so the categories like sugar, energy drinks. So you want to think about, who is just constantly complaining about not having enough energy, right? Who do you always see with that Celsius in their hand? Just who do you just know that's addicted to sugar and wish they weren't? We're going to be talking about all that. So I want you guys to think about that a little bit here.
And guys, this is kind of where we're back to the normal power hour strategy. We want to give you some things to do, but you're not going to finish. These are to get you started. And then what I'm really excited about, she's going to share with you at the end how you can do 50 really fast. So I'm excited about that. I want to hear that.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about food, dinners, grocery shopping budget. Okay, so people who are just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to make for dinner, right? I don't know what to make for dinner, right? We're gonna have all these recipes, live recipes. And we're also, what we didn't say is we're gonna actually have people give their favorite recipe. And at the end, we're gonna put together a digital cookbook for them from these favorite recipes. So, so somebody who just loves recipes, maybe they're always sharing recipes, or they're always asking for yours when you post it. How about the person who's like, I'm on this health journey, but I can't get my family on board, that person. The person who's complaining about how expensive food is. We're going to talk about healthy on a budget. Mamas are what's going in my mind a lot is mamas, littles, kiddos.
That's a big one. I can see people in our small group right now that are just barely able to afford Christmas and they think healthy is too expensive.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is a big one, hormones and gut health, which obviously we've been focusing a lot on gut health. So many people have digestive issues, right? And hormones, I mean, you hear somebody talking about how they just keep having hot flashes and just the weight gain, all these symptoms that we know it has to do often with just not hormones being balanced, and it's hard to sort through. That's not an easy one thing. So we're gonna attack it kind of in different areas. How about the person who really struggles with their sleep? I just was at a family gathering over Thanksgiving and I heard it over and over actually from multiple people.
And so many aspects of health come back to sleep. That's a big one.
We got inflammation on there. So of course, inflammation is almost all disease related, right? But autoimmune, who do you know that has an autoimmune disease? We know that we are overstimulated. We know that there are more people, they say 40% of teens now are dealing with anxiety, right? Mental health issues. So it might not even be, we might be thinking of children of people, not even just them, right? Their family members who, of course, they want to help. Who, every time you see them, they just are so stressed out. Just a lot of us, honestly, and they just need some practical tips. We're going to have, I'll name drop here. We're going to have Catherine Lee helping us with some of that. How about the person that starts New Year's resolutions every year and just feels like they always talk about how they just never can keep up with it. Habits that stick.
Christy, I read a stat yesterday. Did you know that by January the 19th, not very deep into the process, but by January 19th, over 97% of New Year's resolutions have already failed? Just less than 3 weeks into the year.
I did not know that.
Isn't that crazy?
I've been thinking about a reel that we could use in marketing that has to do with that.
There you go. Ready for the next one?
Yep. Okay, so how about the person, which used to be all of us, right? They're just full of supplements, and you go to their house and they're just full of supplements everywhere. Maybe they're always trying to catch to the next best thing of health, that's out there, next product, How about somebody that makes smoothies a lot? They're posting stuff like that. They're just into health. The person that's into health. Think about the people that are, really, they belong in our community already. They just don't know about it, right? And so think about those people. They love educating. They're familiar with the fact that there's unhealthy oils, all these things, but they eat up this type of stuff, right? This education.
It would be great if you wanted to I'm interrupting you, Christy. Christy, is it okay if I jump in? Do you mind? Okay.
Okay.
If you already have an active memory jogger, or maybe you should have, if you've already got a list that you work from that you keep updating, remember that's a dynamic document, not a static one. But maybe you grab a few of these categories and you color code, and you just if it's on a spreadsheet or wherever you have it, you could go down and highlight, what you think might be of interest to these people. And when you have a stolen moment in the carpool line or whatever, or you're going to see how Christy's going to share with you with some text messaging, you can knock out a lot of people. So combine what Christy's sharing with you and overlay it on top of your memory jogger and just get ready. You want the next one, Christy?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, this is a big one. So many people we know, right, work out and are athletes, or their kids are athletes, right? That's a big one. So think about who you know that are athletes and work out a lot. One of our reels talks about this in it, oxidative stress. And so aging, oh my gosh, if I hear one more person say don't get old, I feel like it's almost on a daily now. So
I just happen to know Terry Luongo's doing that one on January the 12th. That's pretty exciting.
Yes. And she's got a beautiful before and after picture.
Yeah.
So people genuinely don't realize that there's something we can do. So we're going to talk about that, right? I don't know if you guys know this, but MD Anderson did a study, and only 5 to 10% did they find that for cancer strictly goes to do with our genes. We'll be sharing stuff like that. So people can start feeling empowered, like there's things I can do. And oh, look, I'm a part of this 30-day thing that has all these great things to get me going on all those. A lot of people just want to do detoxes, or maybe you guys know people that do detoxes on a regular basis. They're doing the most latest cleanse or the whatever, right? Or just they know how toxic our world is, right? They're they're constantly trying to like get cleaner products and all that type of stuff, right? With cleaning or whatever. They're aware of it, but they're on the journey, right? Because you guys know detoxing is a journey. So think about those people. For those of you who maybe joined us a little after the fact, just going through your Facebook or your text. I do that a lot. I just go through my text. So it's a great memory jogger that you don't have to think as much. So that's a great idea. And you guys, this is meant, like he said, just to start you off. You know, I would encourage you, there's no like time like the present. After we get done, finish it. You know, come back to it. All those things, like try to, when I say finish, there's no finishing, right? You just keep adding to it. But I'm saying like, get the list where you want it to be, you know? Now, do you want to go into the marketing tools or do you want me to go into inviting her?
Let me throw a few comments in there. And what I'd love for you guys to do is whatever platform you're on, if you're on Zoom or Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and put your questions. We're not going to have time to like totally open it up to Q&A right now, but go ahead and put your questions in the comments. And I promise you that me, Ethany, Hope, or Christy, or somebody, we will answer your questions because I know you have some if you've never done this before. I would like to just mention to you, we've got lots of tools that are coming. And before we get off today, we'll share with you maybe the first version of a page that we're building for boards for everybody to have. And you're going to be itching, I think, to go. And you're going to say, well, how do I sign them up? Where do I send them? How do I put them in the Facebook group? And Ethany or you, Christy, either one of y'all, Christy, maybe as you address the inviting, do you want to kind of talk about the timing of when you're inviting them? When do you do it so that you don't go ahead and like build up all this anticipation now and then we're not quite ready? So I think we're really equipping the partners now and then we can begin telling our prospects, or do you think we can go ahead and invite the prospects? Can you kind of unpack that a little bit?
Yeah, so I've already been starting having the conversations, of course, in the last couple of days. So I say start the conversation. Start the conversation, whether that's you've seen them in person, whether that's a text. If you think they're ready, sometimes, you know, guys, people are so mentally whatever. You got to meet people where they're at, right? Timing is so important. So I don't think there's a right way to do this, but I do think that there is we talk about habit stacking. I think there's inviting stacking.
Yes.
Where you reach out, you give space, then you reach out again, but you don't want to overdo it. It's Christmas time, right? But what the goal is we're going to actually invite to the page. It's going to go live, so to speak, on December 26th. So you are wanting to do some of this prep work. You know, you want to be ready. You want to have your verbiage. You want to have some of those conversations. You want to have your list, right? But then we're going to have 2 weeks before it actually starts to actually do the actual inviting. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Ethany, do you have anything you wanted to share? Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on spot. I just didn't know if there was anything. Okay, if there's not.
I'm responding to some of the questions.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, good. So I guess I'm gonna play dumb and maybe I am dumb, but I want to ask some more questions for you, Christy, so you can answer some questions for me. So if I start inviting people, and in a minute you're going to show the whole text layout, but if I'm inviting people right now, I just did the end of the year men's call, and we were talking about, you know, when the holiday kicks in, but we really got 3 weeks. You got to build up, and then you want to give people and encourage people to take that gap and that break. And then basically the day after Christmas, the group page on Facebook is going to open. So I'm going to get a little more specific. You've already started conversations, but are you going to tell them in a minute, what are you telling them to do right now? Like if you're inviting somebody, is it just like anticipation, get ready, I'll get back with you with the link and put you in the group? Or what's I think of it as playing chess. Like when I bring on a new partner, we've got this game. We're playing the Juice Plus game, and I'm going to say, Christy, we need to get your order in and get you to Partner Plus in the first, day or two here. That's our first goal. So, place your order. That's the first move. So you make your move, then I make my move. So if you were talking to a person on your team right now, and you were unveiling this for the first time and telling them about it, and it is today, December the 5th, what would you tell them to be doing now? And then what kind of follow up are you expecting them to have to do between now and the 26th?
Team or a potential customer?
I think team, but I mean, you might be telling your team how to talk to a customer. So maybe it's
Yeah,
both.
yeah, yeah. So team, I'm gonna be going live. Okay, so I'm gonna be posting this stuff in my team Facebook. I'm going to be, we'll probably have some type of like coming soon or something. Even just the images we have some images that don't have all the information on it, but it has enough that they're like, oh, okay, I get kind of what's going on, kind of. Right? Because we want to create curiosity, we want to have teasers. And I am, going to be doing what we're doing right here with the rest of our team, right? I'm going to talk about writing lists. I'm going to talk about, who are some maybe partners that are just disengaged, that you'd love for them to come back and just be involved with us, because this is, it doesn't get easier than Facebook. All you have to do is be on Facebook, right? It's pretty easy. And you're not having to do the heavy lifting, right? So I'm gonna really, I would really help them understand, like, listen, yes, the inviting and, the communication part, but like, hey, we have all these people, all this value, all this education that you're not really having to do really anything too much for. We just want you to be engaged, right? Hopefully post a recipe type thing, but not a lot of work other than the inviting. So just helping people understand like what value it is, our teams understand like the value of this and what can happen. So paint the picture, paint the vision, share if they're not on this call, share what Ethany shared about some of the things that came out of the gut glow up, right? We really got to see tangible results from that gut glow up. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, it was a great event. No, there was like tangible in our, paycheck. And so that's what we're looking for, right? So I think helping them understand what it is and what it isn't, because this is a little out of the box, right? This is a little different than what we've done in the past. We're kind of used to like, this is how we do the reset and that, and this is a little different. So helping them understand, how do you market to, which we're going to have this board that helps you with this, but how do you market to the disengaged partner? How do you market to the person that you just started getting to know? How do you market to the person that's ready to jump in and they're just looking for a program, right? So really just helping guide them. I would say it needs to be consistent as a leader, right? We want to be like, it's not one and done, right? So I'm going to be putting multiple things in my team Facebook page and Boxer and all that, right? So really just have it. It's hard, right? It's Christmas. So like you want it to be right there in their mind. And teasers, I'm all about teasers. Yesterday, this new girl that I met that we've been kind of talking about health, whatever. And I just literally said, hey, there's this wellness reset that's coming up. I'm going to tell you more about it. I go, it's January, but I just thought you might be interested in it. So I didn't really go all into it. I didn't really whatever, but I'm going to come back and then I'm going to have a video, right? I'm going to have, so in some aspects, the partner customer is similar.
Let me break it up, and maybe Ethany can jump in and contribute to this too. So I'm thinking about who's going to be in this group, and like, when you're going to invite your friend to come to a cocktail party with you or go somewhere with you, you kind of want to like know what you're getting them into, like so that you're not getting them into something that you're not going to like you're going to regret. Okay, so when we were talking yesterday, I think of 3 different types of people or categories of people that I'm going to invite into this. One is I want all my partners to come in here and do this with me together. And I want them to contribute and share recipes and all those kind of things we're going to do. And then I want each of our partners and me to bless our customers that we already have that we love on that are amazing to join us so they can deeper their health journey. But what I think is really cool is we don't have an expectation. Wendy Campbell says we love you whether you do a little bit or a lot. And I want people to understand that, Ethany, maybe you could jump on this, that this is for prospects too. It's not like they've got to have a quad order, a super biome order, and all these orders in place before we give them a ticket to let them in the door. Tell them how they might get prospects in there that might place their order 10 days later.
I had people for the Gut Glow Up that reached out to me and they were like, hey, Ethany. And these were people that have never engaged in a Juice Plus conversation with me or been willing to attend an event ever. Okay. They were reaching out to me and saying, I saw your post about the Gut Glow Up. I just am not in a financial position to be able to place an order right now. but I would really love to like be a part of it. Is that okay if I don't place an order? And I said, of course. You know, our whole mission and what gets me excited about what I do is just helping people understand like the food matters and educating you on simple changes that you can make, whether that's Juice Plus or whether that's other things. You know, and so she joined, and now we're talking about getting an order placed because of all of the deals that have been happening. So it's meeting them where they're at and not creating this like inclusive, like we don't want them to feel like they're not welcome if they don't place an order. We want them, because that's not our community, that's not who we are.
Yeah.
And you know, like Kurt, I'll go back to what you said about making sure all your customers, current customers, should be like the first people you reach out to next to your partners. Because I had a one-time Super Biome order customer who she and her husband joined the group, and she placed an order for 12 1-month supplies of the Super Biome at
Wow.
Black Friday because she loved it so much. And during that 1 month that she did it, she felt the results and she wanted to make sure she had the best price possible for the rest of the year.
Oh, wow.
So she got 12 orders. She placed 12 orders. So, you know, but I don't know that would have happened had she not had the education that we provided during the 30-day Gut Glow Up.
And you know, Anthony, I think I heard you say, I'm gonna sneak it. Didn't you tell me your check went up over $1,000 just by doing that much? Isn't that what you said?
Almost
Almost
$1,000.
$1,000. That's pretty amazing. You know, I think about what you just shared in that quote that we all love. That's nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think people are going to feel like you care about them because you're inviting them into this amazing community and education they're going to get about their health, and their wallet's not required to enter the front door. Just think about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have all these incentives.
Yeah.
You know, like I had all these people that I was like still talking to that maybe had canceled their orders. They can get 25% off
Yep.
their product
Yep.
on top of free Luminate.
Yeah, and a water bottle.
We've got like the water bottle and the Luminate with the new orders. So all of these people that I have been talking to that have come to my events that are part of my follow-up list, I'm reaching out to, and I got almost 20 new orders last month just from that,
Yeah.
all that follow.
So we're not talking about all the incentives, and you've also got the free partner success box, because I mean, I think a family on Juice Plus is a partner plus. So, I mean, I just think of it like they're going to get that whole box of samples too. So don't think we're ignoring the incentives. That's just icing on the cake to this. It's right there in place. All right. So Christy, why don't you, because I picked your brain yesterday, kind of talk about like maybe if you were looking at your phone, open up a process. Jane Doe is somebody you love and care about, you went to high school with, and you want them to join us in this. And maybe you've got a list of 50 people like that. Is that going to take you like a long time to do that? How would you get after that list of 50 people?
Yeah, so this is just something that I do that I like to share with people. And it's not for everybody, but let's just be real. When we invite to things, it does take a lot of emotional energy. It does, right? And a lot of mental energy. So one thing that I have done that has just worked good for me, so I told her I'd love to share it, is when I have about 50 or even 100, I did invite 100 one-on-one people to that Gut Glow Up because I believed in it that much, that I spent that much in time invested in it. But if you have 50 people that you want to invite, what I do is I take pretty much two things. So I will take an image or a video. So something with marketing, right? To kind of draw people in. And then I will have verbiage that I'll already have put together, which we are going to help submit to you guys if you want to use some of it and tweak it and such.
It'll be on the board. It'll be
So-
on the board later. All this stuff's going to be on the boards.
Right, right. So I will take, what I do is I do it in threes. So I will take 3 people and I will send the image to the first person, the second person, the third person. Then I go and copy and paste, right, the verbiage, send it to the first person. Now I might change the first sentence. I might say, how was that trip? Or how did the surgery go? Or if I know something personal, or I haven't talked to that person in a long time, maybe, or something like that, I might say something a little more personal, a question mark, just something like that. I might even send them a picture of something that we did recently. Just try to have that more personal connection, so it's not just about the wellness reset. And then I do that 3 times. If I'm really doing well, I will leave them an iMessage. So I do that and then I rinse and repeat.
Christy, you threw me off yesterday. I figured it out. But when you say iMessage, you mean an audio message?
Yes,
When you
I'm
say,
sorry, an
okay,
audio
yeah,
message
yeah,
on the, because they hear my voice, they hear
Yeah.
my excitement. And so, and then maybe even that would be when you would address something that's happened in their life too, or whatever. So, I mean, that's the ideal, but even just the two, even if the image and the verbiage, that's how you do it quickly. And so, I mean, I feel like 3 is a good number because if you start doing more, then it's sometimes people start responding before you're like, done. So I have just found 3 works really well and I just kick it out. Now, if you're like, oh my gosh, that's so overwhelming, there's no way I could do 50 in a row. Okay, do 25.
Yep.
Do 10 for 5 days. Like you make it work for you. I'm just letting you know a quick way. I've been able to get 50 in a half an hour.
So, Christy,
Believe it or not.
when you all remember the old theory that we taught, call, send, call, when you're inviting somebody to an event, you call them, you send them, you tell them you're going to send them information, and you call them and remind them. You said something that was really good yesterday. I thought, now we don't have, granted, it's going to be a week or two. We don't have the link for the group yet. We will get that to you as soon as it's open. And I'll tell you why in just a minute, because Christy, we had some good conversation about that. But when you invite somebody, you might go on Facebook and invite them, right? Once it's open, you might go use the Facebook link and invite them literally on that platform where you can use the invite feature. But what you told me I thought was really cool is you follow up with a text message that says, hey, I just sent you an invite. If you don't see it on Facebook, here's the link. Because so many people, they get so many notifications, the notification to join our group might just get drowned out in their stream of stuff,
Yeah, I think 75% of people don't see them. When you just go and invite, I'm talking about.
You froze. Okay. You said invite and you froze for a minute. So come back.
I was saying that, I got my off, what was I saying about the invite?
You were just telling them how to use the invite button is what you were doing.
Yeah, so there is a button so there's an invite button. You can invite people there very quickly, okay? But in addition to that, I make it personal and easier because the reality is, and I've done this enough to know that most people don't get it. I'll tell them where it is. It's in your notifications, blah, blah, blah. And often I'll put space. So if you're putting space, days in between, now they got tons more notifications, right? That's just how Facebook works. That's the downside. So you can actually copy the link. If you share it, there's a place where you can share the link, and that's what I will text to the person again, along with either an iMessage or some verbiage, or you figure out what works for you. But yeah, it's really important that you do that step, because if you're just inviting people, I'm telling you right now, they're probably not going to see it. It's just not effective, and it's not as personal either, right? You want to be as personal as possible with their invite.
But Bethany, do you have any comments on that, on the invite process while we're going?
I personally, I like to just talk, and I feel like I get in my head a lot of times when I'm like trying to send the perfect text. I don't know if anyone else feels that, like, oh, what are they gonna think about this? So I just hit the voice to text button and I let it roll. And I leave them like I try not to make it long, but like a 1-minute message about, hey, I was just thinking about you because we were just talking about our sugar addiction last week at soccer practice, and we were doing this reset in January, and one of the topics we're going to focus on is that, and I would love to invite you. Please let me know if you're open to getting a message, and I'll go ahead and include that below or something like that, and then I send it. And I always tell this, I don't know if this is a good thing to say or not, but like when you send multiple messages, maybe I'll send 10 messages. If I get like 2 or 3 people that respond back to me and get in conversation, I'm like, oh my gosh, 3 people.
Yeah.
And you're not focusing on the other 7 people. And I think that's the benefit of when you're sending these messages out. You're not fixated on, I sent one message, I'm waiting all day for the response. You're sending it out there, you're putting it in the ball in their court. And then of course you can follow up at a later date.
That'd be like planting a garden. That'd be like planting a garden 1 seed at a time, waiting for the plant to come up. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Exactly. And what do we say? Every time you invite 10 people, you might get 1 people that joins. I think your rate of getting people to join with this is higher, but that's kind of my approach. If I have 30 minutes in pickup line, I just let it rip with the voice messages and see who responds.
That's a
And
good
it's
word.
fun.
I love the audio message too, because no matter how well I dictate to SIRI, I don't want to set your phones off. We'll just call it she. No matter how well I dictate to the dictation doesn't always work. And I figured out a trick. And you might like this too, Anthony. You know, if you push the button in your car or you say, hey, she, SIRI, you can, instead of just sending the text message, if you just say send audio message, it changes the format of what you're doing and it actually sends the audio message. So if you're driving now, just say send audio message to Anthony. It's going to let me record my voice instead of trying to capture what I dictate. Try it. It works.
Game
It's great.
changer.
Yeah, game changer.
That's awesome.
All right. So Anthony, Christy, I think what we need to cover now is maybe there's some questions that are in the chat. One of them was, how can I get this list of all these topics? They're amazing. The board is going to be available way before December 26th. We're not holding off on everything until December 26th, but all these topics are going to be in that board. There'll actually be a PDF, I think, that has all the topics listed. And here's another tip that I think that I've learned from Anthony and Christy in the last couple of days. When you invite people, it may get buried in their notifications. So send them a text, remind them, send them the link. Well, once they're in the group, and all of you are in lots of groups, when people just do text post, they don't get the notoriety on Facebook that a video does, that a live does. When somebody goes live, you get like, hey, punch, punch. Somebody's going live. You know, it's a little bit more of it seems more invasive in your notifications. So think about a group where we've got 30 live video presentations. How many, Christy, Anthony, how many of health journey stories are we going to have where they're lives? How many of those are going to happen? A lot.
It's going to be 60 to 70 total. So talk about third-party validation. We're talking like way over that.
My point is they're all like going live. So your people in the group, they're going to get notified like more than just if somebody does a typewritten post. We're going to have recipes and all that post with images too. But 60 or 70 live videos within a 30-day window, it's going to wake people up. It's going to be really exciting. Christy, we've got a couple more of your slides. You want to show a couple of the reels you've done and we want to show those?
Sure.
Yeah. I think this is going to work. All right.
And immunity. That when I travel or do things outside of my normal rhythm and routine.
But that's why we're going to talk about the benefits and some fun alternatives to
29 weeks.
Became very fatigued, very exhausted, and I went to 11 specialists, and no one could figure out what was wrong.
Any stress in your life? Is there anyone in here who has any stress? Amazing education that's been provided from people across our community, across the country. We were very intentional about making healthy diet and lifestyle choices.
Eating more plant-based, eating more whole foods, and cutting out the processed foods.
I was a desperate mom looking for an easier way to find more fruits and vegetables in my 2-year-old son's diet.
It's something that I always knew my body needed.
Is when you go to sleep, you want body to...
Crazy. Sorry.
We can't hear it now, but that echo, just so you guys all know, there's no echo. It's just echoing because of the system right now. And then we didn't get to see the first one really. It started like where it stopped before. So if you want to do the first one again, maybe.
Do you hear it?
Nope, no volume.
Well, my son called from Disney World and messed everything up, didn't he?
So while that's going on, I'll just say that these videos, and there'll be more coming, will be in the board. So when you get that board, so there's a partner board and there's going to be a customer board. And so that's the partner board, but we can't hear the volume still for some reason.
Well, that's just music anyway, so they can see it, right?
Yeah, they can see it. Yeah. So that's just showing you guys the partner board, but on that partner board will be a button that says marketing tools, and that will take you then to these videos that you can use. And we're just going to keep adding stuff. So we're really trying hard to give you guys everything you can to tease, to educate, to draw, in that customer partner.
Let me see if I can. I don't know why. I have no idea why the volume went away. I'm sorry, but it did. Okay, well, let's wrap up. We're almost at an hour. I can show you. I could go here and just show you this. Let me just see if I can find. Let me pull this. I can show you the whole board that we've been looking at. Well, where did it go? Okay. Hope sent the link earlier. Do y'all know where it went?
Yeah.
It was
It's
really
in our group one. It's just up a little bit.
okay. Let's see. Hang on, I'll find it. Doo-doo-doo. Here it is. So here's the board that we've got started, just so y'all can look at it. But it's going to have all the tools you need. It's going to have the date. Some of you were asking about categories. We'll have again, see, it's in its transformation. The buttons aren't all labeled. There'll be videos there. Some of the ones we showed. They're going to be images.
That's the marketing one. That's the marketing tool one. So the actual board is the first one. You hit the second one. Sorry.
In the group, you mean?
Yeah, it's the first board. It's the same image. Yeah, that's the first. It's in the same text, but it's the first one, not the second one.
Gotcha. Okay.
There we go.
If you want to talk through it, Christy, I'll scroll while you're talking. If you
Yeah,
want to
I
talk.
mean, so basically we're just trying to give you guys everything. So the topics, so all the time, someone asked in the thing, in the chat about topics. So all the topics will be in there. And we are putting together that customer one. It'll have similarities to it, but obviously it will be different. That's why we put partner at the top. So there's the topics. And then, and this board will be coming out soon. There's a graphic that you could use. We might even put that in marketing tools, but if you want to keep going. And then we're going to put verbiage in there for different people. Again, tweak it, make it your own, but just kind of helps you a little bit that. If you want to keep going down, it's going to give you a little bit of do's and don'ts. So we kind of make sure that we're focused on what we're supposed to be focused on. And then it's going to have those marketing tools. And then we will have a customer one for you guys as well that will come out that you can actually share with your customer. So that might be all you share is that board and a little bit of verbiage. So, you know, an image, you know, you choose what tools you want to use, what works. You know, some people like everything and all of it. And then some people just want one simple thing.
But I think we'll get all your, I mean, I get fidgety. I mean, I want to start now. I want let's put the Facebook group up now. Let's have it ready, you know, and here's what they told me. They said, we've experienced this. If we open the group up and you put people in there, and it's dead space until January, they're going to get unexcited that they've joined something that has nothing in it. Even though you've told them it's going to start in January, when you go into something new, you expect something to be there, and there's not going to be anything there to speak of. Once it opens on the 26th, we'll have some like coming soon welcome post or something there. But there's not going to be real content there until January the 5th. So we don't want to put them into a dead group. Does that make sense?
And also, I think people are not in a headspace that they would necessarily want to join something new right now because they're focused on Christmas, they're focused on all of the holiday gatherings and all of the things that they're doing this month. So I think that's why we utilize this time in the next few weeks to get organized, get our list, start having conversations, start getting people excited about it. If you do project broadcast, get those marketing campaigns together so that everything is ready to go and set in place to take action after Christmas.
So,
and
go ahead. I'm sorry. I think you're going.
Oh no, I just wanted to address, Jerry Lieberg asked a question and I thought it was a really good one because I think it's probably on a lot of people's minds about how a large group can be effective, in place of, or how is it different from like an intimate team, smaller group for the Shred 10 or the Reset. And I think that the main difference with this group is that we can provide so much value from our speakers. Like, I don't know about you, but like, it would be hard for me to get Debbie Walton and
Catherine Lee
and all of these people on my like small team Shred 10 group. So you're really getting it from all these people in one place that we all get to benefit from so that we're not all just reinventing the wheel again and again. So I think that there is a place for those smaller, more intimate team groups. And this isn't necessarily to replace it, but this is a place that you can send people for like incredible education.
You know, Anthony, I think Jerry's question leads me back to a question I've gotten from several of our large leaders, because there are a lot of amazing leaders listening right now, and they may hear this on a playback. They're trying to figure out, how do I bring this into something I've already got that's hugely successful? I don't want to mess up what I'm doing, because some of them already have big groups. So I want you to feel very comfortable to do what you want to do with this. Do you want to come and listen and grab some things and take it back to your group? That's fine. It's not like we're trying to steer all your people into a new group. This is to bless you. And if it's not something you want to pull your crew into, come steal the resources. Nobody cares. It's not plagiarism. It's like we're sharing. So if you're a leader and you've got a group with 2,000 or 3,000 people in it, and you don't want to try and move them over to this group, or you don't want to like add one more thing to their plate, great. Come grab some stuff and take it back and share it with your people. We're happy for you to do that. So it's kind of whatever fits your situation.
If I can add to that, a suggestion I would have is, and I'm going to do this, is we do what we call Eventapaloozas in January, where it's all a bunch of live events. So we'll be doing live events and then trying to plug people into it. So you could utilize it that way too, because again, you can add people at any time during those 30 days. So, you know, so anyway, there's different ways to utilize it. You make it work for you if you want to be part of it. It's, you know, we just want to bless you guys.
The only urgency with the live videos is that they're only on Facebook for 30 days. So just be mindful of that, that if there's really someone that you're going to want to watch, you're going to want to watch that before the 30 days has gone up, because then they'll be gone from Facebook.
And one more thing, just so we don't get this question, that the plan is, we're not going to promise anything past February, but the plan is to try and do this quarterly. That's the thought right now. So I was talking with Anthony and Christy. I said, I feel like we have two like massive doors we have to walk through, and that's kind of the back to school season and the New Year kickoff. This is the big New Year's. And then to do two more like they did with the gut health, and maybe one late spring, early summer or something. But we'll start over with a new group every 30 days. So we're not trying to capture your people into a group that we're going to run forever. It will literally, we'll start over again. In February the 3rd, this group's done. So it's, I wanted to be clear on that, because several have asked me, is this something y'all are going to keep doing after February? And the answer is yes, we'll start a new one the next quarter, but this group won't keep going. Y'all have any comments on that, Anthony, Christy?
The reason why we've done it like that is because we've tried the route where we have a group and then we revive it every once in a while and we add to it. And we find that we don't have as much engagement because people aren't having to join the group. It's like there's no action required of them. And so people get lost in the shuffle, and then our partners think, oh, well, this person's already part of the group. They're seeing it. So they're not reaching out and having that individual connection. And so a lot of things are getting lost. And I don't know if some of you have found that with your larger groups, that the activity is not as great as when you have something new to join and it's exciting and you get in there and see all of the posts. So that is why we stopped our gut glow up and we started this fresh. And like Kurt said, that's what we plan to do in the future as well.
What we are going to do is we're going to utilize those groups. The group before we will utilize those. So I'll be trying to make reels from this group for the next group, just like I used reels from the last group. And we're going to market in there. So we will market, we'll try to market pretty consistently in that gut health group. So we'll try to get some people that way to know about it too. But of course, we all know one-on-ones are ideal and the best conversations. But
and the good thing too, Christy, I'm sure, is you have assets that don't get old. So like we have great recipes from the gut health group, those can be copied and pasted over and reused. So even though it's a new group, kind of like those 3 questions we always ask, what's going well, what's not going well, and what do we need to do different? We want to bring forward the things that went well in the past into the new group, make edits and changes and get rid of the stuff that didn't work and make the next one better. So there'll always be a little bit of carryover, I think.
And we're really going for that wow effect, you guys, because we want like the next time we do it in 3-4 months, whatever, we want people to not only be a part of it again, right, with this retention, right, if it's partners and customers, it's retention, but we also want them to be like inviting their sister, inviting their best friend, inviting the person at their Bible study that just talked about whatever that they remember hearing something about in the last one. So this is really meant for growth as well. But again, the focus is going to be high level education, high level value, and it's like that whole branding thing, right? And the example I just gave is I'm a part of a group with somebody that sells a specific, well, I'll just tell you, saunas. And he's got 67,000 people in this group. And I've watched him bring so much high value in education that when people are ready to buy a sauna, it's like, and they adore him. And so that concept of just bringing high value in education, because that builds trust, right? That's what we're going for. That's kind of what we're going for here.
Hey, Christy or Ethany, there's a good question here, and I'm gonna let you guys answer it. So Carolyn Russ says, who gets to post? Like, how are you going to police this thing so it doesn't get out of hand? Can you talk about that a little bit? I mean, I know y'all said it was miraculous how easy and smooth and wonderful everybody was, but there kind of is a strategy, I guess, of what kind of activity and engagement make it the best.
My thoughts are this. It's not like we've really landed on all this exactly, but I mean, we got 60 to 70 lives. So we obviously have a lot of content. We're going to encourage participants, invitees, right, everybody, to post one of their favorite recipes. And I'm going to pull from all that to get this recipe book at the end. We're not telling people they can't post or something. I mean, that would be kind of hard, and there's no way to really turn that off with everything else we're doing. But just know that we don't, we want engagement, we want comments, we want, so yeah, like the last one, right, Ethany, we had a lot of people post a picture of their smoothie in them that day, or whatever, a little educational piece or whatever. So I don't know if you have thoughts about that, Ethany.
I think, if you really feel like you have something of value to add to the group, then go for it. I mean, that's what we are all better together, right? So we don't want to say that you're not welcome, but I think just know, like, maybe not, we don't want to flood people with so many notifications that they're like, and then they don't want to be a part of the group. So I think just like having discretion on what you want to post, or maybe look through the list of topics and you find a topic that you're like, oh, this is like my thing, I love it, and then that day I'm going to post about this because it goes along with that topic. Maybe
I think, like Ethany, one of the things maybe we'll have the do's and don'ts will expand on that little board, and we'll have some of these guidelines, I think, and then maybe we'll have a pinned post at the top of the group and have some kind of rules too. But one of the things that Christy or Ethany, one of you all told me, the only thing that might have been a problem last time is that if somebody decides to go live, like they take this over as their platform to deliver their message, the content's kind of been curated already, not all of it, but we kind of have a rhythm and a schedule of the content. So we want you to engage in the content that's there for you, not trying really to create new content. Does that make sense?
Yes. So you could do that by commenting.
Yeah.
Commenting on it and adding your
recipes,
your own personal experience with that topic, or what you
great YouTube video
yeah. Like, this is exactly what I've seen in my family. Oh my goodness, I had no idea,
Or if you've got a video that you want people, like maybe you've gone on YouTube and showed how to make protein balls. Well, just put the link in there. Don't try and go live and recreate that. That way we can honor our speakers that we've crafted, and we've got our topics, and that way people don't get 10 lives in one day or something, Yeah. But anybody else? Okay. We could keep going on answering questions forever, but we'll honor an hour of time. We're about up. Thank you, Ethany and Christy. They're wonderful. Aren't they wonderful? They're so sweet. And I'm excited about this. And we'll try and look through the comments. And if we didn't answer anything, we will answer it on Facebook. We'll go back to the video on Facebook because we can't go back to Zoom. So if you ask a question on Zoom, I'll still have that, but all the answers to your questions, we'll put them in the Facebook feed. Okay? See y'all later. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.